For many years I videotaped my motorcycle rides by this method with a GoPro camera mounted on top of my helmet. Last year I bought an INNOVV C5 camera system. It's a dual camera high definition system that's permanently mounted on my motorcycle. This system eliminates some of the problems with the GoPro camera, such as having to change the battery and the memory cards often. This system will record for 8 hours without having to change the memory card. Here's a little bit of video clips from the C5 camera system. The only thing I missed about the GoPro camera on my head was being able to turn my head and take pictures of scenery as I drive by. I was looking at the INNOVV C5 single camera system and thinking maybe I could mount that on my helmet and still be able to look at scenery as I ride by and record for many hours just as my permanently mounted system does. Here you can see the way I used to have my GoPro mounted on the top of the helmet with the GoPro mount. What I was looking for was something that would be small enough I could use in place of the GoPro, that would run off the motorcycle battery, and that in the event that it over-recorded the space available on the memory card, it would automatically write over the memory card with the oldest part first. Here is the INNOVV C5 camera along with its control unit. The camera comes with different length cables. The one I ordered is 2 meters long, so I'll have plenty of room to reach from my motorcycle glove compartment up to my helmet. You can also get a longer cable and a shorter cable. You have to specify that when ordering the camera. The control unit is very nice because you can connect to it via Wi-Fi from a smartphone and actually see what you're recording. Also, the only thing that's not shown here is a power module which connects to the motorcycle battery. And these will run many hours before you have to change the memory card. INNOVV makes an optional GoPro-like mount so you can mount this on your helmet. But since I already had secure GoPro mounts mounted on my helmet, I am only going to use part of this and try to mount it on my helmet. Here you can see my idea how I wanted to mount this to my helmet. It's up in the top, it's got a clear view of everything, and as I turn my head, it will turn to see what I'm looking at. The only problem is the flapping cable and making some type of quick disconnect. So if I fall off the motorcycle or something happens in a wreck, the cable will disconnect from the motorcycle the same way my audio system does. One advantage of having the Wi-Fi with a smartphone, you can actually look and position your camera before you start riding and see what you're going to see from this position. And trying to figure out a way to not make any holes in the helmet, but use some kind of stick-on clamp to manage the cable. from the camera, I ran across these really cool stick-on cable handlers. The way they work is they just stick on your helmet, and it's perfect size to slip the camera cable in, and yet you can still take it out if you need to. If you want to take it off, it pops right out. It's a lot easier to pop in than it is to pop out. I found these on Amazon. They're made by this company called Easy Creative Cool. And the part number is X001NA9IUF. For a package of 10. I bought these through Amazon. These have a 3M sticky backing so you can stick them on your helmet without making any modification to the helmet that would hurt the integrity. The INNOV camera system has a built-in microphone on the control unit, but if you look closely over on the left-hand side, you can see an external microphone jack, so you can actually hook a microphone up to your helmet and narrate at the same time that you're riding. This was another reason I chose this, because I might want to do some narration while I'm riding and looking at things. I found these DIN connectors that I thought would be suitable for connectors when I cut the cable for the camera, so that it will disconnect from the helmet in case of a fall off. These have more than enough pins . Now, when I cut this cable, I will void the warranty on the camera. So, if you're not prepared to do that, then forget about doing this altogether. The good news is you can buy the camera separately, so if you screw it up, you can always buy another one. You don't have to buy the control unit or the power module, you can just buy a new camera separately. The camera cable has 2 pairs of wires, each in their own shield, as well as a red and a black wire separate, for a total of 6 wires and 3 shields. Here you can see all the wires split out for wiring to the connector. All 3 of the grounds could be connected together if you like, but you should try to keep the 2 pair, the purple and orange and the blue and yellow, close together on adjacent pins of the connector. I chose to connect the 2 little grounds for the 2 pairs of wires together to the center pin of the connector and the overall shield to the outer ring of the connector. You can use pretty much any pins you like for the connections. The main thing is to make sure the same color wire goes to the same pin on each side of the connectors. Here you can see how I routed the cables through the holders, glued on to the helmet with no modifications physically to the helmet other than the glued on holders. And here's another view of it. You can see the holders glued on. And since I plan to come off the right side of the helmet, there's another one glued down near the right side bottom. And here are a few little video clips I made with the camera on top of my helmet. You can see I can look off to either side and look at scenery just like I wanted to. Thank you for watching.